Hey everyone, this is Bridget, and today I wanted to talk to you about Middle Earth, Inner Earth. A lot of you may have heard about it in the spiritual context with these etheric cities of light inside Earth. It's most popularized by Mount Shasta and the city in Mount Shasta called Telos. And the story goes that there's these cities, this network called the Agarthan Network that runs throughout Inner Earth. And so when I've been in Mount Shasta, I actually have had dreams where I've gone inside the mountain and met with councils of these beings and seen kind of like normal looking 1950s flying saucers. And I had very vivid, like lucid memory dreams in Mount Shasta. And so I always was connecting through it in an etheric way, in a spiritual way. But in the recent times, like now, in the past few months, all of this information is coming through that is actually confirming that they actually exist in Middle Earth. There are civilizations of beings physically that exist inside of planet Earth. And this first came through as being more of a fact rather than an etheric idea from Corey Goode, one of my friends, and he's been just doing amazing work in disclosure through Cosmic Disclosure with David Wilcock. I'm sure that a lot of you have watched it, and if you haven't, I suggest to do so. But he actually got invited to Inner Earth, to Middle Earth, and met these beings physically. Now, this might sound crazy, but because I have been doing so much intuitive, energetic, psychic connection with Inner Earth, it resonated with me on such a deep level that it was like, yes, like I knew it was true. And the cool thing was as his came out, I did an interview with Ethan Fox, who interviewed this guy named Dr. Brooks, and I'll put his link below. And what he has been finding is all of the theories and scientific evidence supporting the hollow earth theory. So now we're looking at it from the spiritual, energetic angle. We're looking at it from people's personal experiences, like Corey going to Middle Earth, and then also from a scientific angle with this doctor who is actually has really amazing scientific evidence that Inner Earth, that Middle Earth, Hollow Earth exists. And what they found, which was so interesting, I totally suggest going to watch his video about this, and reading his book, is that what they've found is that as the glaciers are receding in this past, I think it was last year, that the glaciers were receding, and they actually found an entrance to another ocean. So there's actually an ocean, say that there's our ocean, and then there's like the crust, and there was an entrance to another ocean inside of the Earth. And through all of this different evidence, it's being seen now that there are actual environments in between, I think it's in between the mantle and the crust, that are inhabitable. It's miles of these encompassing places that can hold life. And this again wasn't new to me because my friend, as I said on the reptilian video, actually met Middle Earth reptilians in Peru, and so a lot of this has been coming over the years. These different synchronicities that's leading to this this new thing that's happening. So who are these Middle Earth beings? That's the most interesting part, right? So the Middle Earth beings, from what they say through Corey and through other findings, is that these Middle Earth beings were the original people, the original beings that came through and spawned forth from the Davic energy of Earth. So they were like the original Earth beings. And what happened to them is that they've lived here then for millions of years, they say, and during such things as the destruction of Maldek, there were a lot of refugees and a lot of different extraterrestrial groups and stuff that put different beings on Earth's surface, and a lot of them were messy. A lot of them were angry and warlike and evil, like a lot of us humans kind of are. Not all of us, but a lot of them were. And so these beings retreated into the middle of the earth as these kind of warlike, negatively oriented beings came onto the surface, which then has become us, modern day humans. And so these Agarthan beings, and not all of them are Agarthan, there's lots of different civilizations, they actually kind of have a little bit of energy against us as humans, that we are lower in nature. And honestly, that's fair. I mean, we've been shooting off nukes and weird crap and warring with each other, and they've been seeing this, and so they don't feel like it's safe for them to come to the surface, and they definitely don't feel it's safe for us to know that they exist. So the interesting part is that until the 80s, no one knew, not even the secret governments knew, that these Middle Earth beings existed, which I find awesomely fascinating, because I mean, it feels like we know everything. You know, we've gone into the deep places of space and started colonies on Mars, and all these different things are happening, but right below us, right below our feet, are these civilizations that exist. And one of the ways that they have kept it secret from us is through posing as extraterrestrials. So I've actually, a friend of ours from LA had met who he thought were extraterrestrials in Mount Shasta, but now I actually think that they may have been Middle Earth beings. So they would come and present themselves to humans, not only in present time, but throughout Earth civilizations, presenting themselves as extraterrestrials, so that what did we do? We looked to the sky, we looked to the stars for this higher wisdom, rather than looking down there. So they sent our attention upwards rather than towards them. And that's fair. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't want anyone knowing about us that have guns and kill our own peoples. But now things are starting to change, and now all this information is coming out that they do exist, as well as some of the secret government has been known to actually kind of be destructive towards their civilizations. I don't know the full extent of it. So now it's coming up that they're either going to be kind of forced out or killed by part of humanity, or if they come up and out and reveal themselves, maybe we'll befriend them, maybe we'll work with them. So I've always thought that first contact was going to be with extraterrestrials, and maybe now it's actually interterrestrials that first contact will be made with. And these inner earth beings are actually fourth density, so they live in the fifth dimension, and so they're higher frequency than us. They've got a lot of awesome stuff going on, technology, ways of being, developed spirituality. They have their things that are working on as well, so it's not like they're going to be our savior, but we're in this together, and now there's this time coming together where we're maybe going to meet and maybe combine forces towards good and towards a new connection and unification on Earth together. And so that's why there's a significance for me to make this video right now, because this is like hot off the press. This is new, and it's really important as we venture into this understanding with them to honor them and be the humans that we know that we are. We know that we can be good, no matter what is in our genetics, no matter what we've been through. We can choose to be positive and benevolent and loving. And so I think us on the surface delivering that transmission telepathically and out loud, and as maybe contact physically occurs, will be the best reflection for them to know that it's safe, and to be true ambassadors as humans, and also to honor what they've been through as well, and just really, build a relationship in a new way. For about the past 3 years, as I go to these sacred sites, I keep on getting the message to connect with these energies inside the earth. And there were times where at Montezuma as well, at Havasupai, where I really truly felt like in these caves by myself that a Middle Earth being could appear. And this is before I even knew that they were real. And it's a development, and it's a mapping of what these energies are and preparing ourselves for them. And also going to these sacred places and feeling how they are dimensional portals to other realities, which is pretty amazing. And remembering with all of this that discernment is key. Using your intuition is key. Going to these different places, tuning into these different energies, there's lots of different agendas, there's lots of different civilizations and beings. And so just being really aware of what the energy feels like and if it resonates or if it doesn't, and being clear with yourself as we explore all of these new energies. I feel like a lot of these ancient myths, such as the Road to El Dorado and these lost gold cities, are associated with the vibration of these Middle Earth beings, and what we're seeking is really a vibration, not just like material gold. And when I did visit Havasupai, I had dream after dream about going into the Middle Earth and meeting these native, like ET almost beings who gave me sacred waters and took me through certain rites. So just let yourself open to these energies. They're telepathically wanting to connect with us, wanting to share how we can awaken ourselves in an even brighter way. It's been so fun sharing this journey with you on my day at Fossil Creek, and I look forward to hearing your comments because this is an ongoing, super interesting discussion. So comment below and subscribe to my channel, and we'll connect again soon.